Imagine you're on a beach. Suddenly, a heavy piece of plastic with spinning razor blades drops directly out of the sky and smashes into the sand next to you. In 2016, this wasn't a hypothetical. It was happening everywhere. And the company responsible wasn't an amateur drone startup. It was GoPro, a $3.9 billion titan that completely revolutionized how human beings capture extreme sports. Today, their stock is absolutely decimated. They're bleeding cash, firing their workforce, and fighting for their life. But to understand how a company that owned the entire action camera market ended up building flying plastic bombs, we have to rewind. Let's go back to 2014. GoPro didn't just sell a camera, they sold a movement. You didn't even need to pay for marketing when millions of adrenaline junkies were uploading insane videos to YouTube every day with your logo plastered in the corner. They went public, peaking at a massive $3.9 billion valuation. Nick Woodman became the highest-paid CEO in America. But the second the billions hit the bank account, the hubris set in. GoPro's leadership made a fatal miscalculation. They looked at their YouTube views and decided they weren't a hardware company anymore. They wanted to be a media empire. They wanted to be the next Red Bull. They poured millions into original content and entertainment divisions, entirely neglecting the one thing that actually made them money. But that media delusion wasn't what broke them. What broke them was happening right in your pocket. Stop and think about your phone for a second. While GoPro was playing Hollywood, Apple and Samsung were quietly releasing waterproof smartphones with 4K video and optical image stabilization. The average consumer suddenly didn't need to spend $400 for a separate vacation camera. And for the people who still wanted an action cam, the market was instantly flooded with cheap, identical Chinese knockoffs that cost $40. GoPro was squeezed from the top and the bottom. In a panic, they released the Hero4 Session, a tiny cube-shaped camera. The problem? They priced it exactly the same as their flagship model. Consumers were deeply confused, sales completely flatlined, and GoPro was forced to slash the price by half, eating millions in lost revenue. The hardware machine was officially broken. Which brings us back to the drones. Desperate for a brand new revenue stream to satisfy Wall Street, GoPro rushed the Karma drone to market. It was supposed to be their savior. Instead, it was a mechanical catastrophe. Because of a flawed battery latch design, the drones were literally losing power and dropping out of the sky mid-flight. It was a PR nightmare of epic proportions. GoPro was forced to execute a total humiliating recall, fired hundreds of employees, and completely surrendered the drone market to their rival, DJI. Today, GoPro is a ghost of its former self. They've desperately pivoted to a software subscription model, charging users for cloud storage, but customer acquisition costs are bleeding them dry, while competitors like Insta360 dominate with AI editing and 360-degree cameras. In 2024, facing massive ongoing losses, GoPro announced severe layoffs just to survive. They transformed how we capture life, but they proved the most brutal lesson in Silicon Valley. A great product is not a sustainable business. If you want to see exactly what happens when another undisputed hardware king gets completely wiped out because they ignored the smartphone in your pocket, click the video on your screen right now to watch the autopsy of Nokia. This is the Delisted.